Hey, this is Samar. I also go by Sam or First Time Panner. Any of those you want to call me, you can. This will be a quick update for my project Level Up. This was created by Sofie Alexandra, who will be linked in my description box. I'm sure you already know about this project if you're watching my channel, but just a little bit about Project Level Up, or the original Project Level Up, because I do mine a little bit differently. But she created a project where you work on using an entire palette, but also still hitting pans, because Sofie loves the actual panning part of using your eyeshadows. So you just randomize your eyeshadows, and for the first eyeshadow palette you get, you hit one pan and use every shade at least once, and then you level up to level 2, which is using each shade twice and then hitting 2 pans, and so on and so forth. She also gives vetoes, and she stops after level 5 and goes back to level 1. But of course, like, you don't have to do the vetoes if you don't want to. You don't have to stop at level 5. You can stop at any level, or you don't have to stop at all. Those are just the things that she does that pretty much everyone else I've seen does it as well. I was inspired by Dannie, who will be linked in my description box, but she's not currently posting videos. She was only randomizing from Natasha Denona, and I really like that idea of only panning from one brand for this project, especially because I only thought that there was one brand that I could actually hit pans on and like hit my goals on for this, which was e.l.f., because e.l.f. tends to have very shallow pans. Even if the actual surface area of the pan is very big, they're not that deep. So I thought that would be some good eyeshadow palettes to pan. And because I only have 5 e.l.f. palettes in total, I can only go up to level 5 anyway, and I can't randomize because 4 out of 5 of them are quads, so I'm not doing randomization. Just had a total brain fart, but yeah, randomization. And I'm not doing vetoes, of course, because I only have those 5 palettes. I am hand choosing my palettes because I wanted them to be seasonal, so that it could make panning things a lot easier, so I could wear the palettes with the clothes that I was wearing. So that was just a little overview as quickly as I possibly can. And just to catch you up on things, if you haven't seen my series for this project before, but I will have the playlist linked in the description box and at the end of the video, just in case you need to catch up. But 2 updates ago, I did roll in my e.l.f. What is this, Rose Gold Nude palette. So this is the 5th and final palette for this project. So I was going to have to use each shade in here 5 times, and there are 10 shades in here, so 50 like individual uses, and then also hit 5 pans in this palette, which I probably won't be doing, but I'll get to that later. And last month I came to you in my update and said that I had used each shade once. I said that I wanted to hit my usage goal as quickly as I could because we are quickly approaching the end of the year, but after using all of the shades once, I kind of had a little bit of an idea of the looks that I really like to do with this palette, and I'll actually post the look on the screen that I've been doing most often with this palette. And I'm very happy to say that with that look, I've hit 5 uses on 5 of the shades in here, so half of the palette I've met my usage goal on. I'm gonna get my little panning notebook out just to make sure I'm doing or saying the usage correctly on all these shades. But the 5 that I have all 5 uses on are this first shade here. I use it as a lid setting or a primer setting shade. The next one over, which is a sparkly metallic light pink that I use as an inner corner. Also this medium pink shimmer that I use as a lid shade, and then this like mid-toned, like light medium toned for me, like pinky purple matte. I use that as my transition, and then this deeper purple matte with glitter in it. So those are the 5 shades that I hit my 5 use goal on, and I use all of those in the look that you're seeing on the screen. I will say there was one of the times that I did that look where I used this kind of satin purple instead, and I didn't really like the way it came out as much. So I think moving forward, if I'm getting more use on those shades, it will just be that exact same look because I really like the look, so I'd be willing to do it again and again until the end of the project. As far as the other shades, I still only have one use on this light pink satin. The next one over I also have only one use on, and this is like a very light kind of mauve-y matte, and I don't really know how to use it because it's too light, or excuse me, it's too deep to be a shade that I set everything with, but it's not dark enough to be a transition shade for me, so don't really know what I'm gonna do with that moving forward, but I will eventually get my 5 uses on it. Hopefully by next update I'll have finished all my uses on this palette. For this first rose gold shimmer, I have 2 uses on it, and then for this gold shimmer right here I still only have 1 use, and then I have 2 uses on this because I did use it once for that main look that I do. I got my second use on this one right here by pairing it with the Basque shade in my Sigma Ambiance palette that I'm panning in my Old New Gifted project. I kind of just used that shade and then I put this all over my lid. It's more of like a topper type, kind of like neutral rose gold shade, so it's not as warm as that Basque shade, but because it doesn't have that much base color, it looks perfectly fine on top of it. So that's the recap for this palette. I am really gonna try to finish all my uses on this by next update, which will be the last update before the finale for this project. I do think it'll be very easy to hit my 5 uses on this shimmer, the one that I said I was using with Basque. I'm just gonna use it probably in the exact same way 3 more times. Once I hit my use on that, I'll probably move on to this one that's more of like a purpley kind of rose gold. It's basically like this shade but with a little bit more purple in it, so I'll probably just move on to that one on top of Basque, and then I'll probably try to use like the last 3 shades all together somehow. So that's my plan for this palette moving forward. I'm really hoping I can get those uses by next time, but I'm also panning just a lot of eyeshadow at the moment, and even this late in the year I'm still planning on putting more palettes into more projects, so we'll just see. Definitely by the end of the year I'll at least hit my usage goal on this, but like I said earlier in the video, I really don't think I'll be hitting any pans in this palette. This is not my highest priority right now. The fact that I even made it to level 5 and will be hitting my usage goal on this is like more than enough for me. I'm satisfied with that. I also think that I'll keep panning this in some way next year. I originally said when I started this project that I was probably going to declutter all of these e.l.f. palettes once I finish this project, because I really expected to, I don't know why, I fully expected to have like 5 pans in this palette by the end of the year, and I was like, well, if I have so much use on all of these palettes, I'll just get rid of them. I still am planning on decluttering the other 4 quads, especially because 2 out of 4 of them are getting to be very old, but considering this won't have any pans and I've grown to like it the more I use it, I think I'll keep this around at least for 1 more year and just see how much use I can get on it next year. But for now, it's all about the usage, and I'm just really excited to keep moving forward with this palette. I have decided that I actually will continue this next year. I really wasn't going to, and I was going to announce that in the finale, but then DW from Dub's Beauty Diary was like, no, you should challenge yourself just to keep going. So I actually have made a plan of how I'm going to continue this next year. It's going to be a little bit different, or actually very different from how I'm doing it, but you'll just have to wait until next year to see how I do that. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this project, so yeah, I'm gonna keep going next year. So thank you to Sofie and thank you to Dannie for inspiring me to even start this project with like these e.l.f. palettes. I've been having a lot of fun. Other than that, I'll just end the video here. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. I'll see you in my next video, and until then, I hope you have a great day. Bye.